we got the #1 target for only $22 fab. We got... Yes, hello everybody, and welcome back once again to the Dynasty Hot Seat, the only Dynasty show out there that is a certified inferno. And today we're back once again with the worst team ever. It's the worst team ever. It is a team that we've decided to take on over the last couple of months. The worst Dynasty roster I think I've ever seen in my life. And together, myself and all the listeners right now, and that could be you as well. If you're not involved already, that could be you listening right now. All you got to do is leave a comment saying what you think we should be doing with this team. Hey, we're fixing it. We've managed to do some trades. We've managed to pick up some extra picks. We've managed to do a full rookie draft. And last episode, we left off with the scraps, right? Let's call it that. The waiver wire pickups. So the last episode, the whole thing was, who do we drop? Who do we pick up? There was some slight controversy with the waiver wires as well. We'll get to that and see where that all played out. But good news. We have managed to pick up some people. We have managed to drop some people. And hey, we got a trade offer to talk about as well, which is always exciting. So let's roll right into it. But just a quick reminder, if you are new here, make sure that you are hitting that subscribe button. Hey, we recently just surpassed the 600 mark. But if I could just show you this graphic, this is something that is so frustrating as a YouTube content creator. You can see the amount of people here subscribed versus the amount of people not subscribed. So if you're listening right now, there's a 70% chance that you are not subscribed to this channel. Let's turn that into 50-50, can we? Can we do that? 50-50, that seems reasonable. Let's see if you can narrow the gap, and that's all down to you listening right now. So thank you very much if you've done that. And if you're a returning viewer, hey, don't think I forgot about you. Welcome back. Good to see you again. And thanks for helping so far along the journey. Let's pick up right where we left off, folks, shall we? So let me just pull up our board here. So if you remember from the last episode, playlist below, if you've not caught up already, we kind of said that the waivers were maybe going to be reset, but then the one team was thinking that maybe the guys who have already claimed the waivers, that they would get those players. But then we kind of made the point in the last episode that then you're kind of just getting the best players. So yeah, then he kind of agreed that, yes, they were lucky, kind of. And CA Buckeye, he kind of said, look, this needs to be fair. We need to reset it. It's only fair that we get it done, and everyone's got a fair shake. And then yeah, Wanty agreed. Good old Anselmo agreed as well. So all the people that were picked up on waivers, they all got dropped, which was great. Waivers going through next. It was locked till Monday, and then CA Buckeye made a really good point that Wanty and Anselmo should get all of their fab back too. So you can see all these players getting dropped. I said thanks to Wanty. He said he's sorry, but look, there's nothing to say sorry for. It's just one of those things, isn't it? Waivers were locked to Monday, and here we are. Today is Monday. The waivers have gone through. Now, loads of people, thank you so much to everybody, like David and John and Tyler and Taylor and Kyle and King Rex. You guys give me loads and loads more, by the way, but you can see all the comments coming on the screen now. There's tons and tons. Loads of you made points about who should we drop. So let's go through the people that we ended up dropping. Deion Jackson, he got cut. Joshua Kelly, he got cut. Davis Mills got cut. Jimmy G got cut. He was, I think, the most popular name actually cut was Jimmy G. Cole Turner, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Keyshawn Butte. One said he's sad DTR didn't work out. Yeah, it is sad, right? Then some other people got dropped. Mac Jones is now a free agent, okay? And now the waiver claims. So the waivers, obviously we don't have the roster space to, waiver a claim on every single person that was suggested. We just don't have it. So what I did was I took the most popular names and we put waiver bids in on them. So here are the 5 guys that we put waiver claims in on. You ready? Kendrick Bourne, he was by far and away the most popular name. Jordan Travis. We had Eric All, the tight end. We had Rasheen Ali, the running back at the Ravens, and Jawar Jordan, the running back at the Texans. Those were the 5 players that we put bids out on. So let's have a little look and see how it went, okay? Jordan Travis, we got outbid. That is a huge amount to put on, 150 on the waivers. That is a pretty sizable chunk. I'm not sure I would have given that much up for Jordan Travis anyway. I think we put in a bid of about 30. Can I pull that up? Nah, we put in a bid of 56. So you can see we were well and truly beaten for Jordan Travis there. So didn't quite get him, unfortunately. Next up, Anselmo also put down a 150 on Eric All. Now that is a huge shame. I know that Taylor had suggested we put in sort of like in between 40 and 50. I thought that was good. I put in 46 just in case someone put 45. I always like to put one more, keep it off these like rounded numbers, you know. But 150 blown out of the water again. Am I paying 150? Maybe not. Maybe not. We remember during the season, there's going to be a running back or there's going to be a player emerge. We're really going to want to get them instead of risking on a rookie hitting. So I think we're okay not to spend that much. Next, more to Anselmo. He got Frank Gore. He wasn't suggested by anyone. See, Anselmo put down 50. $55. The Selma not messed around getting his guys here. He also got Sony Vaki, who I think maybe one person had suggested it, but again, not quite enough for us to put the bid on for only one person suggesting. He also got Jaheim Bell, the tight end, who's quite nice. Now, hey, have a look at this. We got some people too, though. And guess what? We got the number one target for only $22 fab dollars. We got Kendrick Bourne, a guy that has a chance at New England to become, hey, he could be the number one wide receiver there. No one has really set themselves in stone as that number one receiver. Kendrick Bourne, welcome to the team. He could be a valuable asset to sell later on for sure. So yeah, Buckeye managed to pick up Johnny Wilson by dropping Josh Reynolds. And then here we go again. We got Rasheen Ali for only $12. We dropped my name is Jeff Wilson, who's now like running back 4 at Miami. And you can see here, $12, not a huge overbid. 5 and 1 with the others. So really happy to get Rasheen Ali in there. Anselmo picked up Bub Means and Anthony Gould. And then we managed to pick up Jawar Jordan, getting rid of Kareem Hunt. Wanty picked up Kenny Pickett, who I know someone had suggested, but I think it was just one person. So Jawar Jordan, welcome to the team. Anselmo picked up Jared Wiley and Wanty picked up Blake Watson. And then, yeah, people saying, wow, that's what a waiver wire run really, really looks like. So before we hop into any kind of trades and any kind of messages that are going back and forth, let's review the team. In fact, let's not review the team because we don't really need to, but let's review who's still available. All right. Let's start off with rookies, shall we? So the rookies still available. We have AJ Barner, Jace McLennan, Devin, I forgot this guy's name last time. I still can't remember it. Culp, Holker, McLaughlin. Yeah, one of them, right? Ryman Bailey's a nice running back out of Kansas City. He's behind Pacheco. There's another Kansas City running back as well. He's meant to be doing quite well in camp. I can't remember his name. Something to do with precious metals. No, steel. Not a very precious metal. Steel, I think, is impressing at training camp at Kansas City right now. We've got Cornelius Johnson, is it? The guy from Michigan. Small chance he could make it. Jermaine Thrash, he was someone that was suggested last time. If more people suggest Thrash to be picked up, I'll pick him up. Same with Anais Smith. Anais Smith, I think, is a kick return guy. I don't see him really forging a rollout at Philadelphia, which is a shame because I really like the talent. Taj Washington, he's a guy, I mean, Tyreek Hill not long for the league, so we could pick up Washington, stick him on the taxi squad. Hopefully he can forge himself a role as Jalen Waddle's number 2, so that could be interesting. And man, not much else, to be honest, I don't think. Right, we'll keep going. Weddington, Fleury, Rosemary Jackson, he's an interesting guy. Not the best player, Washington. If anyone sees, I know Johnson's been rising up ranks for some reason. I don't know why. He's got so many people behind him. Pratt was suggested by somebody, but again, he's a backup behind a young quarterback. That might be hard. Cody Schrader, shame about him, his landing spot. I'll just scroll through. If anyone sees anything, please let me know, but I'm not seeing too much there. So let's flick off the rookies. Let's have a look. Darius Slayton is there, a guy that could forge himself a role at New York. He could be interesting. I think someone suggested him last time. If you think we should pick him up, let me know. Gerald Everett, I would say no to that. He's just behind so many people. Josh Reynolds, Hudson, Devontae Parker. Yeah, not a huge amount here. Cook and Hunt and Evan Hull. I know he was suggested, so we could go out and pick up Evan Hull as well if people wanted to. And some guys, Robert Woods, Tim Patrick. I know people mentioned before. Yeah, if you see anyone apart from Kadarius Toney, not picking up him. If you see anybody else, please let me know. I'm not seeing a huge amount here, to be honest. Yeah, not a huge amount. Let me know what you think. If you see anyone, I'm just scrolling through slowly. If you see anybody, Sky Moore's there, right? That's crazy. Claypool there. I know someone has suggested Claypool as well. But yeah, let me know. Who should we pick up from the waivers? Or, hey, maybe the answer is no one. Maybe we're happy. All right, so the next bit of news is we have a trade offer in from Brent, who is offering us 2 second-round picks in 2026 for Daniel Jones. Now, me and Brent were chatting a little bit on direct messages. I did ask for a first because I know some people had that down already. So let me just pull up the messages from Brent. So if you remember, we messaged everybody this. Look, if you're looking to look up your QB position, I have Kirk Cousins, Minshew, and Daniel Jones for sale. We messaged everybody, hoping we get a bite. Hey, Brent said, what's the price on Jones? I asked Random Future first. He said he wouldn't go that high. What about 2 seconds? I said I can ask in the next video. Are there any players that you've been able to counter? And then I said I'll have a look. And I said maybe JSN's the only one that's been mentioned. He's the only one that he wants to keep. So in the end, we eventually come out on this 2 second-round picks for Daniel Jones. The offer is in. If enough of you say accept that offer, I will accept it even before the next video goes out. All right. So leave in the comments. That is the pinned message for today. The big trade offer. Daniel Jones for 2026 seconds. Yes. Or what should we counter? I don't think a straight no is perfectly reasonable. I think it's an okay offer. So I would say yes, or what's the counter? He's not giving up JSN. I did have a look at his team. Didn't love really what was there. I don't think there's any way we can get some of the players. So even if I show you now, I think you'll know what I mean. So Bryce Young, AOC, Darnold, Lance. But the running backs are pretty good, but we don't really want our running backs, really. You see, it's Godwin, JSN's the one that stood out for me. Xavier Legette, Quentin Johnson, Polk, Jones, Hardman, Tolbert, Chig, Schoonmaker, Sinnott, Conklin. Yeah, so I think 2 seconds is pretty fair. Oh, let me move my Sky report. Pretty fair. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, also, if you remember from the last video, Saitama messaged us halfway through me recording the video, so I'll pick up where we left off with that. He had asked what's the price for Cousins, and I was like, hey, I'm actually recording, yeah? He said he can include Levis in the deal for Cousins, and I was like, that'd be cool, because I know some people have mentioned Will Levis as a potential trade candidate before. So why don't we pull up Saitama's team and see if we can't get an offer for Kirk Cousins worked out somehow. So here's Saitama's team. I'm going to leave it in this wide view because actually we have some other Kirk Cousins news as well from a comment as well. So let's have a look. Saitama's got Mahomes. He's got Levis, who he said he's willing to use. He's got Ryan Tannehill, who I think Tannehill's actually without a team right now, which is kind of surprising. He's got Clifford, the big red dog, and he's got Tyler Heineke in there. Some running backs who, again, we're probably not that interested in. Hill, a bit older. I mean, Chase, Campbell, Cup, who we traded away. Yeah, this might be tricky because unless we're doing something where we ridiculously like Levis is a fine piece, I suppose. He did say that. I'm not seeing any other pieces. Like unless we do a ridiculous deal to get Jamar Chase, that seems unlikely. I just don't think we have the capital for that. I don't really like any of the other players here. Could we get Levis and because it's 2027? Levis and a 27 first. I don't know if he'd pay that. Maybe. There is a 27 second, but then is that enough? Levis and a second for Kirk Cousins. Maybe. It seems like a lot of risk in our hands, though. I think I would much rather get like a solid first round pick for Kirk Cousins. And this kind of leads into what a couple of people said, I think one or two, which was who's got Michael Penix Jr.? Find them. If I can just see if I can see his name. Some of you probably find it first. Here. That's Chadley. See if we can get a deal done for Kirk Cousins with Chadley because he's got Michael Penix. So use Michael Penix in the deal to get Kirk Cousins. So let's have a look. He's got some interesting receivers as well, like Lad McConkey, Zay Flowers. He's got some older guys who we're not really interested in as well. And then he's got loads of really cool picks as well. He's got a first round pick in 25. He's got a first round pick in 26. Yeah, I wonder if we gave old Chadley a little message. I think we maybe did already, but let's reboot the message. Let me know if you see anything for Saitama. I'm thinking maybe the Will Levis and a 27 first. I don't know if he'll go for it, though. We might need to put something else on our side. I'm not sure. Let me know. That'll be in one of the comments below as well. What do we do with Saitama for Kirk Cousins? Okay, so you can see just message Chadley saying, any chance we want to do a deal with Penix and Kirk Cousins? We'll see if he gets back. We also had a message about Cousins based on that one thing we sent to everyone. So that was pretty successful, actually, that tactic of messaging everyone. Nathaniel, what are you looking to get for Cousins or Minshew? And I said, ideally picks, right? Because that's kind of what we're doing with this rebuild. But let's go back and check out Nathaniel's team and see if we can't make out a deal for Kirk Cousins again or for Gardner Minshew. All right, here's Chadley. Here's Nathaniel's team. You can see he's got Caleb Williams. And yeah, he's a bit needy. This is what we said, right? This is what we did in the last video. It's all coming back to me now. We find the teams that are needy a quarterback and message them. Nathaniel was top of that list. Yeah, he needs a quarterback. Look at that. He doesn't have anyone super locked in apart from Caleb. So what could we do here? Running backs again, unlikely we're going to target them. Achan, awesome piece. I mean, if we got him, we probably could flip him for more. So let's not rule him out of consideration. See about the Marshawn Lloyd. Just based on the opportunity he's going to get this year versus in the future, we could probably flip him for more in the future. Waddle would be awesome to get. Odunze would be awesome to get. Some of these older receivers, probably not. Brian Thomas, maybe too risky, but if we could get Brian Thomas for Gardner Minshew, maybe. Christian Watson, same idea, right? Who the hell's that? I have never... He scored 2 touchdowns last year. I literally don't know who he is. He's 6'3". He looks like a little boy. Andre Iosivas? I'm having a mind blank about him. Sorry if you're watching, Andre. Yeah. He's got some guys. Ricky Pearsall would be good to target. Kincaid would be good to target. In terms of his draft picks, he has a 25 first and 2 seconds. He's got a 26 first and 26 second. Okay. I'm thinking in my head, can we use any of those guys? Do we even risk it all putting both in to get a Jalen Waddle? Can we use it to get Rome Odunze? Can we use him to get a Brian Thomas? Either of these guys or Christian Watson, both risky players. Or do we just stick to good old tried and tested picks? Let me know what you think down below. Nathaniel, put it in either the question about Cousins or put it in the question about Gardner Minshew. Any ideas for that? And then final thing, I think we had a comment in the last video saying that, apologies, I can't remember who it was. It's down below. Shout out to you. I can't remember who it is. Apologies. Said that they managed to sell Jameis Winston for a third to the Deshaun Watson owner. Nomad's the Deshaun Watson owner. We just put it out there. No reply yet. Maybe he'll get back to us. Quite nice to get a third for Jameis. Definitely. One final thing before we wrap up. When's the last time you've seen a team that has got every player in its starting lineup? Like, this is our starting lineup here. Like, these are the best players we have, genuinely. Like, we couldn't really swap in too many players here. We're still predicted to get under 100 points with our quote-unquote best team. So for anyone new, that kind of shows you just how bad this team is. It will, at its sort of high, at its predicted value, we're expected to still score under 100 points in a tight end premium league. So the score should be higher. Just shows you this team is bad. And that brings us to the end of another episode of the worst team ever here on the Dynasty Hot Seat. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please remember, if you've not already, hitting that like and that subscribe. We want to get that up to about a 50-50 split, right, of that subscribe versus non-subscribe. If you made it this far, come on, let's do the right thing here. It doesn't cost you nothing either, which is obviously absolutely great. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember the big questions for the day. What do we do with that trade for Daniel Jones? How do we try and sell Kirk Cousins? How do we try and sell Gardner Minshew? And what do we do with the waiver wires? Is there anyone else that you've seen that you think we should pick up? Leave it in the comments below. Appreciate you guys as always. And you know what time it is. It's time to cue that dramatic music, because this has been another episode of the worst team ever. At least it is just for now. And remember, everybody, that greatness isn't born. Greatness isn't Kendrick born, right? Special theme for the day. Greatness isn't Kendrick born. It's Kendrick built. See ya. That was so awful. That was so bad. I'm going to lose subscribers over this. This is absolute crap. Sorry. Bye.